Just had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I know, squad. I know. You know. Hey, give me a water. Told y'all them apples, them eggs, them cucumbers, nigga. And salad. 2 greens. I got some string beans too.
Stay word, man.
Some fish and some rolls and some macaroni and cheese. Big back ghost. Big built ghost. Nigga.
That's what I'm saying. But like I asked you, I said,
there's certain things that Chrysler, Dodge,
That's what I'm saying.
can send you here as a citizen, American civilian, to magnify the quality of their vehicles.
we'll go to the dealership.
That doesn't mean shit to anybody that has them at a rental car.
You go to the dealership.
I'm saying you need to go to
I'm saying GS sound like Kirk Franklin, motherfucking. Fuck no, his ass sound like. Gee, can't put my finger on it. Not Denzel. Gotta be Kirk. Tony Roberts. Some shit. I'm in that
You
order.
want to check a vehicle out? You need to go to the dealership.
Right.
So what was you coming up to Terminal C for?
I thought he went to A also, but I guess he didn't.
Who went to A?
The driver, because sometimes the bus goes to C and A.
Well, I mean,
The fuck is salmon wraps, bro? Put me on. What's salmon wraps, squad?
What's up, my squad?
you have to get on the right one.
Yeah.
So what you going to A for?
To get back on the train, go back home.
So you wasn't coming out of the travel? You got a suitcase, backpack?
I was thinking about maybe getting a car and going somewhere different with a family member, but that's not happening, so it's not.
I mean, you didn't go in there to talk to him about renting a car, right?
Why would I even
Why are
pay
you
money for a
explaining to
car
him?
rent if I don't even know
Arrest him.
what it is first? Is it that wrong of me to see what I'm going to rent before I rent it?
I mean, what did I tell you need to do? You need to go up to the agent, talk to them,
I won't go
and
alone.
ask them, hey, can I take a look? They'll send somebody out there with you to look at that car.
I can respect
Or
that.
you can ask them, hey, what kind of cars do you have to rent?
Okay.
They didn't say he did, and he didn't decide to sit in the car.
Well, from what he told me, so he started the car, so to me that's, shows some intent. But I mean, definitely interested in the car.
Yeah, that's why I told him the picture, I said, that's you right there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, he did turn on the vehicle. So, from what I understand, he walked up here with the luggage that he had. He bypassed the people who were cleaning the car. Yes, sir.
Shows some intent. But I mean,
Hold on, you tell me this nigga really? I grab my cranberry juice, come back to Kirk Franklin in the flesh. I don't be lying, y'all.
definitely interested in the car.
That's why I told him the picture, I said, that's you right there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nigga, that's you right there. Nigga, fuck you talking about? Nigga, talking about that's you, that's you.
Here with the luggage that he had. He bypassed the people who were cleaning the car, put his stuff in the open hatch, shut it, then got into the driver's seat of this Dodge Durango up here.
And now you officially stole it. And this is what I told y'all about DUIs, bro. It don't matter if the car is parked. It don't matter if your car is parked, squad. If you drinking in that driver's seat or smoking in that driver's seat, that's a DUI. Just like it's a stolen car if it's not yours. Don't give a fuck if it's parked. It's a stolen car, squad. I told y'all that shit.
And then before he could drive away, because he had already turned the vehicle on, before he could drive away, the RP intervened, put his hand on the steering wheel and said, "What are you doing?" And then when they said they were going to call the police, he grabbed his things and left. He came to the upper level where they do not rent vehicles. They're only cleaning them. They only rent them downstairs. So he got in there.
Yeah, that nigga was ready to steal it.
He said that he was getting ready to drive off, but if he didn't have his hand on the steering wheel, or if he hadn't taken his hand on the steering wheel, he would have probably left with the vehicle.
Even if you ain't driving, it's crazy. That's how you feel, 100 J? On playing car squad.
And Hunter J is probably one that banned me, man. Beat it. Hunter.
That's a stolen car.
So what is it, Mr. Shake? Shake. So this is where we at right here.
Jail.
Your story is a little different from what we've been told that you put your stuff in the vehicle, cranked up the vehicle, and then that's when they approach you. So as our standpoint, that's like basically trying to steal the vehicle, burglar the vehicle.
That would not ever be the case because I've already been here before for that exact same thing.
Well, because you weren't even in the location where you're supposed to rent a vehicle.
Yeah, that's on the first floor.
Okay, you weren't even there. You was at the point where they returned.
On the second floor, correct.
All right. So what I need you to do, go ahead and put your phone down and your backpack, and turn around, put your hand behind your back.
Fill up on you.
Really? You mean arrested?
Yeah, you're going to be arrested.
Put yourself down.
Burglary of motor vehicle, criminal intent.
Take it back off.
Burglary motor vehicle? Really?
Nigga, he really don't. He acting like a kid. Acting like he really don't believe what's happening right now. Come on, man. Bring your ass.
Wow.
Turn around and face this way. Take it back off.
Y'all probably didn't get the context of this shit, but I just started the stream up. But this nigga, what do you do? He thought he called himself trying to steal a rental car. Man, what he thought he was doing?
Okay, we're going to go to the front of this car right here.
Can we just go back there and view the footage together?
He 5
My
months.
stuff back?
Yeah, your stuff will go with you.
I mean, you're damaging my phone, but put it under.
Your stuff will go with you. Let me get you back in the back of the vehicle, and your stuff will go with you.
That's fine. Please get my phone off the hot ass.
Your stuff will go with you. The longer you sit here and you argue with me about
I'm not
getting in the back of my
arguing with you. I'm not
vehicle, the
arguing
more
with
your
you.
stuff sits there.
I'm not arguing with
Then
you.
let's go. Put your left foot up there. Put your left butt cheek up. And slide on in.
They say he got had 8 charges, UMV.
Well, because we had keys right here that says.
That cop, I felt him getting a little too overboard, but that was uncalled for. He need all that script, repertory shit.
You know, it said prevent theft, remove valuables from rental car and locked doors. It's a 2023 Dodge Charger. And it just says Texas. There's a QR code. I'm gonna try to scan that and see what that comes back up. It just keeps getting better and better.
What they say?
Criminal trespass at A, and then there's another report that we had on him, and there's a follow-up. So he's got a Zippo. So just leave it right there. I'll just let the jail know that there's flammable products. Yeah.
Where's all my belongings?
They're in the back of my car.
Why are you not bringing them in?
I'm sorry?
Why didn't you bring them in?
Because I have to bring you in first.
Okay.
Your stuff will be brought in once you get secured in the cell.
What's that?
Your stuff will be brought in when you get secured in the cell.
I cannot believe you have zero respect for me.
How do we not have zero respect for you? You committed an offense.
No, I did not.
Not once, but twice.
You should know who I am.
2 years ago.
You should know who I am and what I'm doing here.
2 years
You should
ago.
know I don't give a fuck.
Honestly, you guys got
2 years ago, that nigga blue.
2 years ago, you committed the same offense.
No, I did not.
Okay. Go ahead and sign on this black and yellow line. Spread your feet one more time. We are going to search you one more time.
That's why I'm in handcuffs. So I'm getting stolen from, I feel like.
No, you're in handcuffs because you tried to you tried to steal a vehicle from the rental car center like you did 2 years ago.
Sir, I'm not a car thief.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Well, you can believe that.
Keep putting that and throw that in his face like you did 2 years ago. This cop funny as hell.
If I don't get released in 6 hours from now with all my stuff, even if I could walk from here back to the terminal, then I will definitely be getting an attorney, and this will be considered a hate crime for me being over here.
The suspect was charged with unauthorized.
He think he black. He think they being racist against whatever he is. It's not. Bro, you going to jail. Where's the hate? Shut up. I'm going to jail.
Use of a vehicle and theft of property valued between $30,000 and $150,000. Further investigation revealed he had previously been charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle on 8 separate occasions. During the search of his belongings, officers located an additional rental car key belonging to Enterprise. No scent.
I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but that cop freaky as hell, G. Like what 12 be on? It's when you lift your butt cheek to get in the car. Just lick your leg. What you got going on?
Sentencing.
This nigga at Hearst trying to steal a car and he got a key from Enterprise. Stole they shit. Hate crime where, bro? You stole 8 cars. I mean, you done stole at least like 50. Them are the ones we caught you with. 8 is crazy, bro. You don't want to go to the auction, get one for like 600, 800. He get off on stealing cars, bro. Like a kid, which is crazy. That was a little.
Aim at the President of the United
U.S. president is almost impossible to kill.
A shooter is taking aim at the President of the United States. For the Secret Service, it's their worst-case scenario, the nightmare they've trained for years. In the next few seconds, each branch of the Secret Service springs into action. The protective detail, the counter-assault team, the airspace security branch, the counter-snipers, and the emergency response team. What happens next will decide the course of history. If the Secret Service succeeds, today will be forgotten soon enough. Keeping the president alive is just business as usual, the job the agency has successfully done every day since the death of JFK. But if they fail, it will rock the nation to its very core and threaten the stability of America.
My nigga, y'all seen that JFK assassination video? That video is fucking crazy, bro.
Hell yeah.
That video is fucking
They
crazy.
showed it to us in class. Yeah.
That video is wild, nigga. That video is wild, bro.
Is democracy. This is the moment that determines everything, when instinct, training, and sacrifice have to come together, or else. Who are the people protecting the president? How do they prepare for the unthinkable? How does the Secret Service actually work? This video is largely based on the books Zero Fail, The Rise and Fall of the Secret Service by Carol Leonnig, and In the President's Secret Service by Ronald Kessler. Links in the description.
He said the video is based on a book. He never just say that. Different.
Fort Worth, Texas, 1963. The Secret Service is exhausted. JFK is their toughest assignment yet. He's constantly traveling.
Here we go.
Miami one day, DC the next.
Here we go.
His predecessors were older and spent most of their days working inside the White House, where the president is considered to be the safest. But JFK loves to travel the world and attend to his many adoring fans.
Ich bin ein Berliner.
And he has a taste for danger. Sneaking past his agents to swim in open water, where he's swarmed by dozens of other swimmers. Throwing himself into crowds. Letting all kinds of unvetted guests into his room, night after night. Keeping up with JFK is more than a full-time job. It's a blur of double shifts and all-nighters. So tonight, a few agents are blowing off some steam. They heard about a famously shady nightclub called The Cellar, where Texan beatniks rubbed shoulders with off-duty cops, often resulting in brawls. It's illegal.
If you young niggas turn, I'm whooping your ass. This some shit they teach you in school, but the shit seem boring. You're kicking it with ghosts now, bro. Shit seem boring. Kicking it with ghosts now.
Somebody say, what's the tittle? The tittle of
To
this.
serve alcohol past midnight, but The Cellar is one place you're sure to get a stiff drink at any hour. And the agents stay way past midnight, one as late as 5 a.m. 4 of them are assigned to protect Kennedy the next morning, starting at 8 o'clock sharp. Compared to today's Secret Service, the agency protecting President Kennedy in the 60s is bare bones, basically the size of a municipal police force. There are just 350 agents, most of them spread throughout the U.S. Only 36 are assigned to the White House, with a rotating team of 6 guarding the president, Keeping the agency lean is partly due to an American aversion to treating its presidents like kings, going back to the Founding Fathers. People felt that the Secret Service shouldn't be anything like a royal guard. Until that cool November morning in Dallas. JFK likes to be seen. For this trip through Dallas, he's insisted on riding around in a convertible. And though the Secret Service doesn't like it, he also
This nigga was
insists
a
that
clout
his
chaser.
usual
That's what they
bodyguards
trying to make it
ride
seem
in
like.
separate cars. He wants to appear accessible to the people.
Thousands are waiting to greet him in downtown Dallas. At 1:25, the motorcade moves into the downtown area.
JFK and Jackie smile and wave as their limousine inches through Dallas at just 11 miles an hour. It's following a route that Dallas newspapers published in advance. None of the buildings on the route have been inspected. This is Clint Hill, the agent assigned to protect Jackie Kennedy. Normally, he's stuck to her like a shadow, but today he's following JFK's orders to give the couple a little space. Of the agents who went to the cellar last night, Hill was the first to leave at 2:45 a.m. Today, he's also the first agent on duty to recognize this sound for what it is: an attempt on the president's life. This is Bill Greer, the agent driving Kennedy's limo. He's not trained in evasive driving. He slows down, waiting for instructions on what to do next. Another shot is fired.
In this attempt, his wife told him, look, no more riding in these fucking convertibles. They could have smoked you this time, right? They don't get you, they gonna get me. Homie didn't listen.
Clint rushes out of the car. He runs to the limousine, hoping to be at the president's side before worse can happen. But he's too late.
Oh, I thought they was talking about the first attempt, my bad. So it's happened to the homie before. It's happened to JFK before. And it was crazy because they wasn't scheduled to be there. So usually most assassinations happen because they scheduled at the event, like the Charlie Kirk and all that type of shit, right? When it happened there, a motherfucker with a handgun, not even a rifle, standing out of an apartment building and starts shooting up at the car. She like, look, they could have got us. We got to start rolling around in the motherfucking convertible with the top off. And make it decide to do that shit again, bro.
Clint throws himself on the trunk of the car, only to find a gruesome aftermath. Within 6 seconds of the first shot, President Kennedy is dead.
If I had reacted just a little bit quicker, and I could have, I guess. And I'll live with that to my grave.
What happens next is history, and it will haunt the agency for years to come. President Kennedy's death revealed that something needed to change. But he wasn't the first president to be killed in office. 1865, 1881, 1901. But now the United States is a global superpower. The president is the most powerful person on Earth.
T-Rex arm,
Presidents'
isn't
life are
it?
multiplying and evolving. And Kennedy's death traumatized the nation profoundly. Nothing like this should ever happen again. In the 60s and 70s, the Secret Service massively expands its personnel and budget. No longer will it be a small cadre of glorified bodyguards. Gone are the days when the service will hire any athletic ex-Marine or patriotic beat cop. Recruitment, training, and operational protocols become way more rigorous. And this is what 6 decades of evolution looks like. Protecting a president isn't just about reflexes or muscle. It's about training agents to think clearly under pressure, spot patterns, and solve complex problems fast. The good news is, you don't need to join the Secret Service to sharpen those same skills. Brilliant is built to turn the potential you already have into real problem-solving power. You can build logic, math...
Is this an ad?
This nigga just throw an ad in it?
Smooth as hell.
It helps you click with ideas that used to feel abstract or intimidating. Their truth and lies course
guy put his own ad bar at the bottom. This nigga's a W.
That was
ad bar. The ad finna be up.
Fuck that shit called. Oh, fucking. Damn,
perfect place to start. You're given
Fuck that shit called, boy. Inception ass ad. Fuck you talking about.
information, build up clues,
He just make that
what's
bitch
possible, and learn how to tell
that shit
real
crazy,
and
cold.
guesses, figuring out exactly what's
fast forward this.
He cold.
even when the situation is messy.
I ain't lying.
With Brilliant, you're not just watching explanations, you're actively working through step-by-step interactive lessons until
He gave you the ad in the video, so you can't skip it. Well, you can fast forward it, but this nigga ain't.
You'll also get 20% off, and the president is a round-the-clock job. It's hours and hours of mind.
I'ma skip it, that's for damn sure.
Moments of sheer terror. When these moments come along, every split second counts, and the agent's response better be automatic. There's no time to weigh options. Their mission is zero fail. The Secret Service calls any would-be assassin a jackal, according to journalist Ronald Kessler. Jackals
The jackal. The jackal is that rogue nigga that don't plan nothing. The jackal is the nigga that's always in the crowd, that blend in with the crowd, that get up on the president and shoot him. He don't care if he get killed. He don't care if he go to jail, bro. I think they about to explain all the different type of assassins they apprehended.
Like outside of any external event, agents head to the destination. Some high-profile events, like the president's inauguration, take up to a year and a half. Could he sneak in through a forgotten basement staircase?
You know what's crazy? To be a Secret Service agent. You see how if I wanted to grow up and be a Secret Service agent, I couldn't because my dad got life in prison. That's crazy, right? You gotta be. Google it. I ain't playing, bro.
They're ready for days like this. These special agents are the protective detail, probably what you think of first when you hear the name Secret Service. They're the agents expected to take a bullet for the person they're protecting and then evacuate them to safety. But they're just the tip of the iceberg. There's the counter-assault team. They're the heavily armed agents with the most...
That ain't true. I'm a secret agent.
dangerous role. They're meant to charge at the source of the attack and neutralize it before it can reach the person they're protecting, with an automatic rifle or with a flashbang grenade. Then the protective detail can evacuate the protectee to the presidential limousine, known as the Beast.
The Beast, that motherfucker.
The Beast is a $1.5 million car weighing about 20.
I'm gonna show y'all Fort Knox in a minute. It ain't nothing in the United States more protected than that car. That sound crazy, right? The most protected building in the world is Fort Knox. That right there is borderline the same, squad. They call it the Beast. It's blast proof, bomb proof, bulletproof. It has a hospital inside that motherfucker, bro. It got evacuation counter strikes. It got fucking oxygen mist in the core, bro. That shit is
8,000 pounds. It takes the president wherever he needs to go. It's American made, of course, and quite a bit safer than Kennedy's convertible. According to NBC News, it's bulletproof, blast resistant, sealed off from chemical attacks, and stocked with a supply of extra blood, exactly the president's type. Not all of its defense systems are known to the public, but rumor has it shoots tear gas. Flanking the Beast is
Ghost, we know you don't be lying, man. Not all the time, at least. Come on, man.
the rest
You
of the
know,
presidential
fool.
motorcade. counter-assault agents trained in motorcade ambush tactics travel in a car close to the beast. Another Secret Service car carries intelligence agents who are tracking people considered threats.
That's the shit I showed y'all. And I was like, damn, they got an antenna on. Y'all remember that vlog I showed y'all? When Donald Trump rode down the strip and he had the antenna following on the back. I'm like, yeah, them the killers right there, bro. Them killers. The niggas was like 40 deep. Niggas was like 40 deep. This is exactly what y'all seen on my vlog right here, squad. I swear to God. The beast right there, and the fucking agents behind.
Not all of its defense systems are known to the public, but rumor has it shoots tear gas. Flanking the beast is the rest of the presidential motorcade. Counter-assault agents trained in motorcade ambush tactics travel in a car close to the beast. Another Secret Service car carries intelligence agents who are tracking people considered threats. If necessary, they can jam these people's communications. After this, you should definitely check out this fantastic episode by our friend Neo for a full explanation. In close communication with the counter-assault team is the eagle-eyed counter-sniper team, the best marksmen in the Secret Service. According to Ronald Kessler, every month, counter-snipers have to demonstrate they can still make shots 1,000 yards away. If they fail, they're not supposed to work. Here are plainclothes agents who mingle with crowds on high alert for threats and vulnerabilities. To blend in, they don't wear the trademark earpiece. They're looking for anyone suspicious, anyone sweaty, anyone shifty-eyed, anyone who stands out in any way. But it's a delicate operation, best handled
Damn, I might got anxiety.
discreetly.
Well, look who it is.
Lots of people get starstruck by a president, and they tend to act a little weird. It's not unheard of for people to weep, faint, or even throw their babies in the air, and the Secret Service can't go around tackling them all. Agents in the crowd are also trained to think like assassins. In any given space, how could they breach security if they wanted to? If they detect any vulnerability, they call the Joint Ops Center at Secret Service headquarters, who alert the protective detail by earpiece. Some Secret Service technicians are also photographing the crowds to evaluate them later with facial recognition technology. They're looking out for whether particular individuals keep showing up.
There, nigga.
Outside the venue, we have the uniformed divisions.
And that's actually smart as fuck, bro. They photographed the whole event to see if a nigga like Bin Laden was in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And then facial recognition, everybody. Like, okay, this nigga in the U.S. now. We've been looking for
AI shit.
years. Cause that's how these fools be on the run like that. Like them real terrorists, bro. Them motherfuckers that bomb Kuwait, Jordan, Baghdad, fucking these niggas that bomb like 33 countries. Been on the run. I swear to God, these real terrorists, bro. These motherfuckers, they out here, nigga. Believe me, they out here, squad.
Emergency response team, the first line of defense, often armed with P-90 submachine guns and highly specialized.
That's my bitch.
Each dog sniffs up to 100 cars a day for explosives and is trained to attack any intruders. Later, they're rewarded for their service with ball play.
Boy.
The Secret Service
That dog.
This is also supported by local law enforcement and emergency medical technicians. When they're not actively protecting anyone, Secret Service agents are constantly training and reassessing past events. Agents receive way more training than they did in the 60s, when they were just handed a manual and expected to learn the rest on the job. In a split second from now, it'll be time to show their stuff. Just like in 1981. Back then, a mentally ill man named John Hinckley Jr. became obsessed with and stalked the actress Jodie Foster, who starred in Taxi Driver. In the movie, an aimless drifter plots to kill a presidential candidate. Hinckley, an aimless drifter himself, believed that Foster would notice him if he did something really great, like kill the
He's
president.
that P90 with the 7.62 rounds in that bitch.
He wrote to Foster, "You'll be proud of me, Jodie. Millions of Americans will love me. Us." Foster didn't alert the FBI to Hinckley's threats until after the fact.
The first time I knew that the FBI was involved was when somebody called me up and said, please come over and talk to the FBI.
But he was already on their radar.
Weird ass, folks.
About 6 months before he attacked Reagan, Hinckley had been arrested for attempting to board a plane with 3 pistols. The plane was in the same city where then President Jimmy Carter just so happened to be. Now, Hinckley is outside a hotel in D.C., crouched in combat position. If indeed he had wanted to kill Carter, he wasn't able to get him. But Reagan will do. Reagan is just 6 feet from his armored car when Hinckley fires his rounds. Agent Tim McCarthy doesn't even stop to think. Instinct propels him to cover and evacuate. He hurls himself in front of the president. 2 others nearby have already been shot. Hinckley's 3rd bullet hits McCarthy squarely in the torso. 1 bullet ricochets off the bulletproof limousine and strikes Reagan in the left armpit. Unluckily for him, Hinckley has used Devastator bullets, designed to explode on impact and cause maximum damage. The president starts losing blood quickly. All this happens in 2 seconds, and the seconds after that counted even more. If Reagan had arrived at the hospital just a few minutes later, he might not have made it. Meanwhile, the agents pounced on Hinckley. They could have left that to local police and traveled behind Reagan to continue offering him protection. Their thinking was that they didn't know.
Ronald Reagan told this story. Ronald Reagan told this story, bro.
Know whether Hinckley
and that shit is
was acting alone. But after this event, according to Kessler, a new policy was established.
I be missing shit. You talking about Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Damn. What the fuck?
Secret Service agents always stick to the president. Every misstep becomes a teachable moment that advances security protocols for later. Hinckley's failed assassination
With the small piece in that bitch. Not even a big piece, because anybody trying to be stretching the smoke. No.
It was a close call.
Oh, bro, right way.
Was able to get just 4.5 meters from the president and very nearly kill him. Clearly, security protocols needed to be beefed up. It's now standard procedure to have magnetometers or metal detectors that screen crowds at events. Beyond that, the Secret Service found they needed way better intelligence. 6 months before the assassination attempt, Hinckley was arrested trying to board a plane.
Nah, that nigga said, if this was McDonald's, I would have quit. That's what Ronald Reagan said. If this was McDonald's, I would have quit.
With 3 handguns, information known to the FBI. But under DOJ guidelines, the arrest was deemed too minor and never relayed to the Secret Service. In hindsight, that omission deprived presidential protectors of a major red flag, a prior weapons arrest timed to coincide with a presidential visit. The Secret Service now works more closely with the FBI. They've also developed an elaborate system for classifying just how threatening an aggrieved person is. Say you make the mistake of drunkenly boasting to a crowded bar that you're gonna kill the president. If the Secret Service catches wind of it, according to Kessler, you might be considered a Class 1 threat. And an
My nigga. This is worse than the sex offender list. I'm telling y'all niggas, squad. I'm telling y'all niggas, bro. You can't go around saying you gonna do that to the president, bro. They gonna put your ass on a... My nigga, you can't even fly. I swear to God, bro, you can't fly. You can never get a pistol, nigga. You can't... What else is on that fucking... My nigga, when they put you on that list, bro, it's a wrap for your life. And that shit don't come off. That shit don't come off, bro. Like, you a threat to the United States president. That shit don't come off. I was just playing. I was faded. None of that shit matters.
Agent could show up at your house for a serious chat. But unless you have prior military training, a documented history of mental illness, or a concrete reason for the service to believe you might try to carry out your plans, you won't be bumped up to Class 2 or 3.
But once you bumped up to...
Oh yeah, I just caught this nigga Hunter J in the chat. And this nigga, motherfucker come in the chat say, nigga be spamming with the ads. He hit back with a, and I'm spamming a timeout. What the fuck? Oh man. Yeah, buddy ass definitely ban me out that bitch. Talk my little shit. That's why I'll be in
Even
chats.
class 1 is fucked. But I'm telling y'all,
Chats
you don't
made
wanna
for
be on
minions.
that. You don't want to be on that list, bro.
Class 3 threats are considered the most dangerous. Those with a serious intent to kill and the ability to do so. They're monitored very closely. The Secret Service receives an average of 10 threats per day. Most are against the president. Not all can be taken seriously. Many threats are mailed directly to the White House. Would-be assassins seem to think that the president will read their letter personally, and they want to be heard. A letter can give the Secret Service's forensic division a lot to work with. DNA, fingerprints, and ink samples they can compare with the ones in their international ink library. Since the early 80s, profilers have interviewed and studied assassins like Hinckley and Sirhan, who killed Robert Kennedy. This helps the Secret Service.
That nigga said, dumbass. Somebody say they can't comment no more. They going off the stream. He said, no, they just can't comment. Dude, yeah, I think niggas be mad. You give motherfucker that mod power. If they mad after they had a bad day at work, they finna come that bitch just banning motherfuckers out the ass just cause they blue.
Understand
Oh, what the fuck? Come on, man. Stop giving motherfuckers power.
Seeking attention and notoriety. Often, but not always. The first bullet narrowly misses the president. A counter-sniper tries to take the assassin out, but he's already vanished into the chaos. The protective detail pounces on the president, forming a human wall. Another shot is fired, this time from the crowd. Is that gun made of white plastic? A bullet grazes the shoulder of an agent in the detail. The counter-assault team heads straight for the line of fire. Meanwhile, the remaining detail escorts the president off the podium, hoping they reach the beast in time, and that the real threat isn't overhead. The threat that the service has braced itself for since the morning of September 11, 2001. President George W. Bush is in Florida for the morning. He's joined a second grade class for the...
Remember, I'm older than y'all. I remember this day vividly.
Little black girl like, oh, don't touch me.
Bro. And I also remember how every adult, me, I was a kid. This is middle school for me. This 8th grade. It's 8th grade for me. Anyway.
A little chubby black boy like, you about to touch your ass.
How every adult in America was mad. You know why? You know what this motherfucker did after 9/11 the very next day? When we thinking that they finna bomb the whole fucking country because they took down the Twin Towers in New York, right? You know what this nigga did?
That just sounded, I ain't like, it just sounded crazy. The black girl, the chubby black boy, I ain't mean like that, G. But it's a white man in the room. And
this nigga circled the country for 4
one
days.
Mexican.
Everybody felt like
Two.
he left us down here to get fucked up while he in the sky and then had to.
Why is Bush at a black school?
I'm not lying to y'all niggas. I'm not lying to y'all niggas. Bro hopped in that
A black daycare.
and circled the country for 4 fucking days. He left us down here to get fucked over while he was in the air cold, squad. I'm telling y'all niggas, I hope he
their reading lesson. They'll be back in the White House by The remaining detail escorts the like Hinckley and Sirhan, who killed Robert Kennedy. This helps the Secret Service understand the motivations of these individuals, who are often paranoid loners seeking attention and notoriety. For the line of President George W. Bush.
Hell no, they hit
No
everywhere,
answer.
nigga.
Nobody knows. Minutes pass. The Secret Service grows more agitated.
Both Twin Towers now are on fire. Now, this was
The second plane hits, and Bush is informed that America is under attack.
See on page 153.
The age-old tension between the White House and informed that America.
I never seen this. Was this the real? This the real clip of him being informed? I never seen this.
America is under attack.
This content to me, squad. I'm getting older, bro.
Attack.
I know that.
See on page 153.
This the real clip of them telling them niggas that he was in that classroom, squad? I never seen this. I never seen
America
this.
is under attack.
See on page 153.
My nigga like,
The
what
age-old
fuck?
tension between the White House and the Secret Service has reached a fever pitch. One team's job is to project a competent image of the president, which requires the president to engage with citizens. The other team's job is to keep the president safe. The less he's seen in public, the easier that is to do. Nobody knows what to do. The Secret Service wants Bush out, now. But the White House press secretary doesn't want to scare the children or the public watching. So Bush stays put for 7 excruciating minutes.
Good job. Go on.
That nigga don't give a fuck about that book. That nigga look at that is blank pages in that book to him, squad. He don't care what them kids are saying. My nigga right there thinking like, what the fuck? He don't even know he got the book in his hand right now. I'm telling y'all, squad. I'm telling y'all, you the president and the house is on fire. Nigga, the house is on fire. Talk about the country, nigga. You hear about this damn elementary shit? Look at him. I don't give a fuck about y'all niggas. He don't, squad. He don't, bro.
Excruciating minutes.
Good job. Go on. Go on.
The chaotic aftermath of that morning revealed more holes in the Secret Service's coverage. For one thing, not all important agents were briefed on how to adequately protect their assignments in case of a national emergency. There wasn't a system for getting them to military-controlled shelters, nor were the agents granted the power to do so. Instead, they were treated like mere bodyguards, elite ones, but still.
Somebody to my bubble
They had
guts.
to obey other staffers with no expertise in security, like the White House press secretary. The Secret Service had become really good at preventing attacks from crazed lone gunmen, but in the face of a sophisticated terrorist attack aimed at the president, they needed a whole new playbook and more authority. After 9/11, the Secret Service rewrote its emergency action plans. It was made sure that no political staffer could overrule a Secret Service agent attempting to evacuate a president to safety. And the government decided that maybe, just maybe, the president's bodyguards should work closely with the people tracking terrorists. A year and a half after 9/11, the Secret Service was drafted into the new Department of Homeland Security. The protection mission was now understood as a form of counterterrorism. Shortly after the attack, the Secret Service established a new unit, the Airspace Security Branch, responsible for monitoring and controlling the airspace of the president's current location. Will today be the day they have to down a rogue drone? But the sky remains calm. The president makes it into the beast. And that's when he starts exhibiting strange symptoms. Tiny pupils, profuse sweating, wheezing, and convulsions. The nerve agent Novichok is a swift and brutal killer. It can take a victim down in less than 2 minutes. To kill or incapacitate a victim, a nerve agent needs to penetrate the skin or be ingested or inhaled, meaning that only someone in very close contact with the president could have administered it. Is there a third assassin? Among them,
Buddy ass
the
again.
Secret Service will deal with the holes in their security. Now, the focus is on saving the president. That's where the Hazardous Agent Mitigation and Medical Emergency Response Team comes into play, also known as HAMMER. Today, HAMMER agents will save the president's life. The first would-be assassin was sniffed out and tackled by the Canine Protective Unit as he attempted to escape the venue. He's now in jail, awaiting trial. The second assassin,
We gonna call him Tony Baker. This is
only someone in
he wanna
very
be
close
popping
contact
up.
with the president.
Funny looking motherfucker. Cross that motherfucker. Yeah.
Is there a third assassin? A Martian agents will save Canine Protective Unit as he attempted to escape the venue. He's now in jail, awaiting trial. The second assassin with the 3D printed gun was shot by the counter-assault team. He died on the spot. And the third, the guy in the Secret Service itself, a career agent who rose through the ranks to the president's personal security detail. Turns out he's a sleeper agent sent by a foreign nation. It isn't yet clear which, and they don't know how he infiltrated the service. Recently, the agency has been strained, struggling to fill key positions. Could there have been a lapse in their vetting process? They'll be sure to interrogate him intensively to find out. Our story may be an unlikely scenario, but it's just one of many possibilities that the Secret Service prepares for every day.
Being the United States president, you are now the most famous person in the world. Facts. Facts, right? Would you want to be in that position? Y'all know how I feel about fame and shit. But knowing that almost 112 countries want you dead, not knowing who, and they got the money to do it by any means. Niggas on the block worry about a nigga shooting them. This nigga worried about planes, crash, bombs, nigga. CIA and other countries looking for this fool. That shit scary as fuck, bro. Goddamn, you take your daughter to Chuck E. Cheese, that shit look like the police department. There's gonna be so many police in that bitch. That's not a life a nigga want, squad. That's not a life a nigga want, bro. Hell no.
Threats to the president have only expanded in recent years, so the service is now trained to deal with previously unheard of attacks. The war on terror gave the Secret Service more power than ever. More budget, more reach, more respect. But also more responsibilities that stretched them beyond their capacities. Internally, the machinery started to rust. The Bush and Obama years saw waves of scandals that undermined the agency's reputation and their motto, worthy of trust and confidence. In one case, a senior agent reportedly took a female informant up to his hotel room. She died that night from a drug overdose. He was later promoted. Other agents were caught stealing federal funds, having sex with minors, drunk driving on White House grounds, becoming embroiled in prostitution scandals, engaging in racist hazing of black...
My nigga, they be trying to make this shit seem so PRO TV. Them motherfuckers is it goes down. It goes down in Washington, D.C., bro. In White House grounds, motherfuckers be... What? How you niggas drunk on campus? Are they drunk in the driveway, bro? Up here raping little girls and shit. Fucking the staff. Stealing money. It's like every other job. They be trying to make this shit seem so PR, bro. I would argue that every president that walked in that bitch done fuck something. It's like every female comes to me, hey daddy, hey man. They be all nice, smiling in your face. Hey, close that door. The fuck. Getting this way too all day, every day. And some of them you gonna find attractive. Like I like her.
Some commentators
Cause the she love this shit.
Weber Jr. and his girlfriend Kanisha Antoine went on a vacation to Pemba Island. Stephen.
So you know how they be like, once you go black, you never go back. When you go white, what is that? The side?
Once you go white, you might get right.
Cause the she happy, bro. Shit, be happy for her, motherfucker.
Credit get right. That's a good one.
Once you go white, your credit get right. You stupid squad.
Had been dating Kanisha for a while by this point and had planned to propose to her during this trip. What neither of them knew, however, was that the happiest trip of their lives was about to turn into a
motherfucker said 6 head. She cute though. Yeah, 6 head. G damn.
Nice, uninterrupted view of the ocean, as well as a roof area to relax and enjoy the tropical weather. However, the most important feature of this resort was the underwear. Them knew, however, was that the happiest trip of their lives was about to turn into an irreversible tragedy. The groundwork for this tragedy was laid when the two arrived at the island and checked in to stay at the Manta Resort just off the coast. It had a nice, uninterrupted view of the ocean, as well as a...
See? Like that female shit. That's so cute. It be so romantic. Y'all the only ones that be want to stay in some shit like that, bro. The fuck we gonna stay on some floating wood in the middle of the ocean for, squad? Cause this shit is cute and romantic. I don't want this. Only females, bro. Only females. Like, look, the boat is almost about to just drift away. You know what I'm saying? Our car is tied to our house. Both of us about to float away in this motherfucker. And then they got the thing on the top of the shit like that's just supposed to be a good ass vacation. You know what I'm saying? Man, hell no. Let me see, like, I promise you, yeah. Let me see like 90 other of these out here. And then maybe, but god damn it. That shit look like a setup.
Roof area to relax and enjoy the tropical weather. However, the most important feature of this resort was the underwater room, which offered a 360-degree view of the marine life surrounding the resort. This room served as the whole idea behind how Stephen had planned to propose. He put on swimming goggles and dived down to one of the windows in this room, prompting Kanisha to begin recording.
Look up here trying to think of how can I be romantic. This motherfucker dived in the water and proposed through the window. Check me out. Look. I'm just saying.
Then unrolled a paper note inside a Ziploc bag and pressed it against the window. This
nigga trying this bad to be romantic. You could have said this when you was right there with her. Why walk out, hop in the water to tell her on the paper, squad? Just tell her why you was dry. You was right there with her, bro. The fuck? Nigga, you act like you swam from the shore all the way there to surprise her. You said,
extras.
Put on your shit, hopped in the water, and did this. Man, bro, I don't. He's being creative.
But everything I love about
you have to hold your breath as you.
Proposal for Kanisha, reading, "Will you please be my wife?"
Oh, it's so cute.
That's fake cute. You know what I'm saying? I can see if it was a surprise. I can see if she was out there with her homegirls and this nigga swam for shore, surprised her, scared her a little bit at the window. Y'all motherfuckers was just on deck together. He told you to wait so he can go outside, and then that shit ain't cute. The homie about to drown. Hey, the homie about to drown in this motherfucker, bro. You can see he kind of look at his hands. He kind of losing it a little bit, my nigga. I'm telling y'all, the homie finna drown.
Imagine laughing watching your husband die trying to propose to you. I shouldn't even be laughing. That shit is crazy.
Suffering and she just laughing.
He'd also show
This shit is sick. What the fuck am I watching?
Kanisha's response. At this point, Kanisha stopped recording and rushed to the surface floor, eager to give her answer. But once she looked outside, instead of a smiling Steven, she saw nothing. Steven was nowhere to be seen. Kanisha climbed the roof, hoping he might have been up there. Unfortunately, there were no signs of Steven anywhere. He had vanished somewhere between showing her the ring and swimming up to the surface. After understanding the full gravity of the situation, Kanisha called for help, with several locals rushing to her aid. Unfortunately, it took some time to find Steven. He was floating in the water, and by that point, it was already too late. Some resort workers tried to revive him with CPR, however, it wasn't effective.
Oh, I didn't know he was gonna die. I didn't mean to clown like that. But you seen that he was losing his life, squad. You seen he was losing his breath in there trying to be romantic and shit, man. That's what I'm saying. He did that for the female. That wasn't for him, bro. In this time they was married. I want something romantic. I want somebody to do just so spontaneous, just out of this world. He booked the whole trip and
Bro, she was dying laughing while he's sitting there really dying, bro. That got it hurt.
Damn.
But not for long.
He drowned, squad.
Sad truth.
Drowned, bro.
Steven had miscalculated how long he could hold his breath underwater and drowned before he could reach the surface. You can even see his hand shaking as he holds the ring near the end of the video.
Exactly what I fucking said, bro. He was losing his fucking life while she's laughing. My exact words was, he's losing his life while she's laughing.
Why he ain't been go back up though? Fuck. Whoop-de do natural selection, but nah, for real, why he ain't go back up? He could just went back up.
When he blow out bubbles at the end, bro.
Unfortunately, it pays the ultimate price. He needs air now. But in an effort to get his point across and make the moment that much more special, he ignores this, and unfortunately, it pays the ultimate price. Conditions around the world. However, hole in Dahab, Egypt.
The Bermuda Triangle, bro, then sucked up so many ships. It makes Superhead look like a fucking Christian. I'm not lying. This motherfucker right here. Niggas go on vacation to try to die, to see if they can outlive this shit.
However, out of the roughly 30 videos they've uploaded, one stands out for just how disturbing it is. This video contains a collection of footage Joe and his friends captured while doing technical dives in the Blue Hole in Dahab, Egypt, which is often considered the deadliest diving spot in the world. Number, but most people agree that somewhere between 130 and 200 divers have met their end while trying to reach its depths. That is an average of 8 lives lost per year, and unfortunately, the total is still going up. What's worse is that the remains of many victims are never recovered, which is exactly what made Mini Joe's video so unsettling. Their dive started off like any other, but as they descended deeper, they came across the tanks, lines, and suits of those who came before and never made it back. Some of the remains were wedged into narrow crevices on the ocean floor, hinting at what might have gone wrong for them. Most were also taken over by the environment, suggesting they might have been down there for years. Above all, these encounters served as a constant reminder of the true danger of technical diving. Divers often have to carry multiple heavy tanks before they can even begin the descent. Then, once they're in the water, they have to constantly monitor their oxygen levels while also staying
Man, that shit real, boy. There's a bunch of shit in the water we don't know about that's alive. It might not even look alive. Water breeds moisture, and moisture breeds mold, and that shit is a living organism.
Things only become more
alien shit.
Where even a moment's distraction can quickly turn fatal. However, all of this is true for any dive, regardless of the location. What makes the Dahab Blue Hole even more dangerous is the false sense of security it provides. Blue holes, for those who don't know, are like vertical caves in oceans that go a lot deeper than the surrounding ocean.
It's a nigga on Instagram, bro, or TikTok, one of them motherfuckers. This nigga hopped in this shit.
Got black holes and they got blue holes. That shit real.
Break a Guinness World Record. He wasn't able to do it, but this exact location, squad. I wouldn't play with this water for no kind of nothing, nigga. For no kind of nothing, bro.
Floor. And the one in Dahab, Egypt is an even more extreme version of that. One of the biggest contributors to its deadliness is its depth of about 426 feet, or around 130 meters, which isn't very apparent from the surface. It's also an almost vertical drop to the bottom. This catches many new divers off guard, causing them to miscalculate their gas levels and tragically become another name on the memorial near the diving site. One of the most well-known cases of this is 22-year-old Yuri Lipsky, a Russian diving instructor with plenty of experience under his belt. However, he had no prior experience with the Dahab Blue Hole, resulting in it taking his life. The footage from his recovered diving camera showed him descending into the depths faster than expected, struggling to keep his gas levels in check, trying to quickly slow down his descent, causing the buoyancy device to burst, and eventually succumbing to nitrogen poisoning in just 4 minutes after starting his dive. However, the sheer depth is only one part of this blue hole's danger. As Mini Joe's video demonstrated, the other part of its lethality comes from the network of partially collapsed caves littered throughout the area. They promise incredible views and look like prime diving spots at first glance, but in all reality, they are deceptively difficult to navigate through. Narrow passages and jagged rocks are everywhere. A single mistake can leave a technical diver stuck in one of these caverns with no way out until their gas tanks inevitably run out. The terrain
Nigga, that shit just like 127 hours. Boy, your ass be stuck. Your ankle got caught. Some stupid shit. Your shoe got caught.
Also makes recovery
Hell
extremely
no.
difficult, and many families
Yo, Flipper.
often opt to just leave their loved ones down.
Yo, Flipper
there
got
so
lodged
they
in
can
the crack and shit. No.
which explains why Joe came across so many diving suits in his video. In July 2016, a diver named Jacob Childs went on a group diving trip off the coast of Southeast.
Your airline got wrapped around some rocks.
Roughly 35 miles or about 56 kilometers off the coast, and Jacob was the second to last person to dive. However, a minute after entering the water, the diving line slipped out of his hand. He thought he could swim back to the boat and start over, but as he got closer, he was shocked to realize the rope had been pulled in. And before he could think of what to do next, a strong current swept the ocean's surface and separated him from the boat. To make matters worse, the captain of the boat also sped off to go fishing while everyone was diving. By the time the other divers got back to the boat and realized Jacob was missing, he was already completely out of their view, leaving him stranded in the middle of the ocean 35 miles from the nearest.
My nigga, they would have had me so fucked up, bro. My nigga, they would have had me so... Let me go get my shit real quick. Oh my God, squad. Oh my God. I'm just thinking the shark coming to get my legs any second. I'm thinking this. I'm just, my nigga, I'm in that shit panicking. I'm in that bitch panicking, bro. It gotta be something to get me. It's something to get me. My nigga, I'm scared of fish at this point. I'm scared of everything less, useless, worthless. You can't do nothing out there, squad.
Said the distance from land was the least of Jacob's worries at that moment. For starters, the water around him was nearly 20 degrees Celsius, which is about 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This wasn't nearly cold enough to make him freeze up and pass out immediately, but it was cold enough to slowly sap away his body heat, making him more susceptible to hypothermia and exhaustion with every passing minute. It was also late in the afternoon, and the sun was about to go down, meaning it was only going to get worse. After a while, a rescue plane flew above him twice.
They left his ass, fool.
And this was while it was still bright, and the inflatable indicator was visible from quite a distance. He knew that once it got dark, his chances of being rescued would drop to almost zero.
My nigga, I feel this in my stomach right now, squad. You see that plane? I done seen it in so many movies, bro, to where niggas just lost at sea and the plane fly by. And they just fucked after that. This nigga, he's a calm motherfucker to keep vlogging, bro. Cause Who gonna see the video? It's gonna die with me. This motherfucker gonna be at the bottom of the ocean. I'm not vlogging this shit. This nigga would just... He just had...
I guess. Sun's going down. If the sun goes down, they won't do nothing. That's a wrap on old... I guess.
That's a wrap on me.
Unfortunately, there was nothing Jacob could do at that moment but wait and continue recording what possibly could be his last message to his family. Identifying the right direction and then swimming for over 35 miles would have been next to impossible. If he had taken it upon himself to try and reach the coast,
energy,
he would have
bro.
likely exhausted himself and drowned partway through. He did try to follow a fishing boat he saw in the distance, but quickly realized that he wouldn't be able to get close enough to get its attention, leaving him feeling dejected.
If you're in the middle of the ocean, and I'm telling y'all now, well, I hope nobody ever be in this position, but if you think you're swimming straight, you're swimming in circles. I promise you. You don't see no buildings, no land, no nothing. If you think you're swimming straight, you think you're swimming east or west or south or north, nigga, you swimming in circles.
Why you say that? I got both arms. Why you?
Nah, this shit fucking me up.
It's way too far.
How'd I plan to see that big ass shit
Could be
sticking out
like
like that?
15, 16 meters now.
Besides, swimming too far from his original location would have also reduced his chances of being saved, since rescue teams would no longer know where to look. As the sky got darker and the rescue plane failed to spot him multiple times, the frustration was beginning to set in.
There's a plane coming back. There's a rescue boat way over there. Helpful.
The salty seawater was also making him extremely dehydrated, worsening his chances of survival by the minute. However, Jacob was experienced enough to know that panicking or getting angry wouldn't do any good. The right thing to do was to stay put while exerting the least amount of effort. After drifting in the middle of...
Want to run out of energy? Breath, none of that for no reason.
The homie would have been passed out by now if he didn't have that weight on him. I'm not even fucking lying to y'all, bro. Jacob being heavy set helped him a lot, my nigga. I promise you.
Nowhere for over 6 hours, he was finally spotted by a helicopter and brought to safety on a...
You 130 pounds in that for 6 hours, you dead. Not dead, but you passed out. Yeah.
Just to this nigga with weight in height.
That's what I said.
Weight help you stay alive in the water now?
Yeah. And I'm not even trying to be funny. Not even trying to be funny.
Rescue boat. With the sun nearly below the horizon, he came dangerously close to losing his life that day. Fortunately, he was able to recover with no permanent injuries.
Damn, that nigga.
On the 26th of May 2013, a group of 3 tugboats was trying to stabilize an oil tanker during a harsh storm nearly 20 miles or 32 kilometers off the coast of Nigeria. That's when one of the...
Fuck said I gotta get fat then. Fuck it.
No, that's where Sue kept him warm.
Good old blubber. Yeah, no.
Can I tell you how many people die in the sweatsuit from hypothermia? No. If somebody that stayed out there that same exact time in that same position at 130 pounds.
The harsh weather sank in 4 or 3 times. Fortunately, he was able to recover with no permanent injuries. On the 26th of May 2013, a group of 3 tugboats was trying to stabilize an oil tanker during a harsh storm nearly 20 miles or 32 kilometers off the coast of Nigeria. That's when one of the boats, named Jaskin 4, got hit by a massive rogue wave. This capsized the boat, causing it to sink rapidly and disappear below the water surface within seconds. The company behind this operation, West African Ventures, immediately...
2020, whatever? How the fuck...
2013.
What? Well, they said it did say Nigeria. There's probably some put together as non-machinery, but capsizing a boat in 2020, whatever. It's crazy.
Sent off a rescue mission. However, the harsh weather made any immediate rescue efforts near impossible. They eventually sent a helicopter to look for any survivors who managed to swim back to the surface. Unfortunately, even after a full day of searching, they didn't find a single member of the Jaskin 4's crew who was still alive. This left the company with no choice but to presume the crew deceased and begin a body recovery diving mission instead. The task of retrieving their remains was handed down to 6 saturation divers who were laying underwater oil pipes nearby. The only reason they were chosen for the task was because they were the closest to the site.
Toucan boat.
Still, it took them around a day to reach the site and begin looking for Jaskin 4. The harsh waves had shifted its position significantly from where it capsized, causing even more time lost before the retrieval mission could begin. Unfortunately, that was far from the only hurdle the rescue divers would face on this mission. Once they located the Jaskin 4 and dove down to it, they discovered that the boat had turned upside down. It was now resting on its primary mast, which could collapse at any time. Due to significant pirate activity in that area, all of the Jaskin 4's entrances were also locked shut, forcing the divers to use specialized underwater torches just to gain access. Sadly, their assumption turned out to be correct. By the afternoon of the 28th of May, 2 days after Jaskin 4 had sunk, the rescue team managed to recover the remains of 4 crew members. Though 2 were still missing, but just as all hope seemed lost, one of the divers
said, I'm too black for this. What, to learn some shit?
For some context, Tony was being instructed on what to do by his supervisor, Colby Veritz, from the surface. Tony was also inhaling a gas mixture which was partially helium, making his voice higher. While looking around the upside.
That's my first time in capsize in this way. I didn't know that was a word for boats.
But to his surprise, the hand moved and grabbed him back.
What the fuck?
All right, so you should be walking on the ceiling, yeah?
What the fuck?
What's that?
My nigga got a story to tell, bro. What the fuck?
Helium, making his voice higher. Made an incredible discovery. First, some context, Tony was being instructed on what to do by his supervisor, Colby Veritz, from the surface. Tony was also inhaling a gas mixture which was partially helium, making his voice higher. While looking around the upside-down boat, he came across what looked like a human hand. He assumed it belonged to yet another fallen crew member, but to his surprise, the hand moved and grabbed him back.
What the fuck?
All right, so you should be walking on the ceiling, yeah?
What the fuck?
What's that?
The door's already shut. We locked these motherfuckers just in case some pirates came on board. So when you underwater, you can't get the doors open because they already fucked up the ship capsized, so he know he's stuck in there. But now what if I get out this bitch? Do I have enough oxygen to swim to the top? No, I don't. That nigga was waiting on rescue or waiting to die. The only two. Waiting on rescue or waiting to die. That's a strong motherfucker because he didn't go to sleep. He didn't pass out. You can't see. It was black as fuck down there. So for one of them divers to swim by and he grab him real quick like, oh shit. And then knowing you up in there with your 3 dead brothers. He seen all them niggas. He in them 2 days. He went around that little ass cabin. They all up in there dead with him floating, squad. Little as fuck. Little as fuck. Shh. After, I'm not lying, bro. I ain't scared to die. I think after like, not even a day, nigga, after like 8 hours, 10 hours, I would have accepted my fate, bro. I would have prayed, closed my eyes, lived in my memories till I died.
Okay, keep him there, All right, just, all right, just hold him there, okay? Just keep him there. No, I don't know what we're gonna do. All right, just keep him there and keep him calm, okay? All right, just reassure him, pat him on the shoulder. Okay.
Look at this nigga, nigga too.
This was 29-year-old Harrison O'Kenny, Jaskin 4's resident cook. After over 60 hours underwater, Harrison was somehow still alive. He also seemed quite aware of everything that was going on around him and remained calm to help the rescuers do their job.
That's crazy,
Apparently,
bro.
Harrison was in the bathroom when the boat capsized. He tried to rush to the emergency latch, but water rushed in and trapped the crew inside. To his knowledge, Harrison was the only one who managed to survive after creating a makeshift indoor raft from plywood, cardboard, and a mattress. After finding him, rescuers gave him fresh water and a harness to keep him close. However, the divers knew they didn't have much time to plan a proper rescue mission. You see, the air pocket Harrison was in was about to run out, likely in less than an hour. Harrison could end up suffocating if they didn't act quick enough. On the other hand, they couldn't just strap him into a rope and pull him back to the surface. He had already spent over 2.5 days in an extremely high-pressure environment. Taking him to the surface too quickly could have caused decompression sickness, which in extreme cases can also be lethal. Fortunately, due to their job of installing underwater oil pipes, the divers were uniquely equipped to deal with these exact issues. More specifically, they had a pressurized diving bell attached to the vessel, which they put Harrison in after consulting a doctor. Had this been a standard diving crew with regular scuba gear, they wouldn't have had anything to keep Harrison alive.
That's some more shit I didn't know. If you were down, ain't know if you was under the water too long, nigga. You gotta be cautious on coming out too fast. What the fuck? That shit pretty like space, boy. That pressure, boy. What the fuck?
He also had to spend some more time in a decompression chamber to avoid decompression sickness, and was fairly okay after that. However, while he recovered physically, the mental trauma of being trapped in an upside-down boat on the ocean floor for over 2 days with no idea if anyone was coming to save him left him with PTSD, something he is still recovering from to this day.
Nigga was down there with Jackass, no. Damn.
On 2013, YouTuber Kodiak Thunder uploaded a video showing a near-death experience he had while diving. Unlike many other divers, Kodiak's motive wasn't to just dive as deep as he could or reach some underwater landmark. Instead, his diving sessions were more about catching fish and crustaceans by hand or with a spear gun. But while chasing a lobster, he swam too far into an underwater cave. He managed to catch the lobster he was after, but when he turned around, he had no idea how to get out.
Put yourself in his shoes. You forgot where you came in at. Fuck.
So all you could do is calm down and grab more lobsters. Like, I knew he was gonna grab some more of them bitches. He say, fuck it, let me grab another one. Might be stuck, but might not. Fuck it, tomorrow. Get about that, go for the bed, prepare for the worst.
It all looked the same.
Fortunately, after swimming around in the cave for a few minutes, he was able to find the exit and swim out without any trouble. However, this was incredibly lucky. The thing is, diving on its own is incredibly dangerous. A single distraction can quickly spiral into an irreversible tragedy. But unless they're very deep, divers at least have the option to just swim up to the surface and wait for rescue. Though, not with cave diving. One of the primary hazards in a cave is the environment itself. Unlike the open ocean, many underwater caves have floors covered in extremely fine silt. A poorly controlled fin kick, or even the exhaust bubbles from a regulator hitting the ceiling can dislodge this sediment. This creates a silt out, a condition where the water's visibility drops to absolute zero instantly. Divers' high-powered lights become useless, and in some extreme cases, the diver can't even see their own hands, let alone their surroundings. This also makes them unable to see their gauges or the guidelines. In short, they no longer know where they're going, where they're supposed to go, or whether they're getting the right gas mixture. At best, they can keep swimming and hope the cave is straight enough to eventually lead them away from the murky water. But if they can't monitor their gases, nitrogen poisoning can become a serious problem. It impairs both their cognitive and motor function, leaving them to take their final breaths in the cave unless someone is there to rescue them. Even then, rescue isn't always an option. Many underwater caves are
motherfuckers be funny as hell as soon as they see ghosts rolling up. I'm finna roll up.
Even harder. In most cases, there is
Minions.
enough room to turn around. So if one diver passes out, the others can get trapped behind them and lose their lives there as well. One of the most well-known cases of this exact scenario happened on February 6, 2014, when a team of 5 Finnish cavers visited Norway to go cave diving through Plura Cave. All 5 of them were veteran cave divers and knew exactly what they were doing. They even had mapped out the exact route they planned to follow. However, as they were...
all 5 of them are vets, right? What's the thing about all 5 of them being vets? How all of them could die at one time? And since all 5 of them are vets, you got one of them that's saying like, bro, this is the way, let's do this, and the other 4 agree with it. Just like any other group, squad. Give a fuck about them being vets. They followed the wrong nigga. That's what happened. You know what I'm
Crossing
saying?
the narrowest section of the cave, the cylinder of one of the divers got stuck, preventing him from moving forward and blocking the others behind him. The chaos of the situation resulted in 2 of the divers panicking, failing to monitor their gauges, and passing away within minutes. The other 3 barely made it out alive as well. One had to squeeze past the stuck diver by removing his gear and swimming the rest of the way, gasping for air from tiny pockets along the ceiling. The remaining 2 had to turn back and exit through the original entrance with almost no air left in their tanks. The fact that any of them made...
And at that point, let's be fucking real, bro. Brother, sister, kids, nigga, you stopping. But if I'm losing my breath and I see you losing yours, my nigga, I'm saving myself first. I don't even knock this nigga how he swam by old boy. He had to take his shit off just so he can get by old boy to save himself. Nigga, at this point, nigga, we shit. We saving our own life, bro. We all grown men down here, nigga. I can't save you. I'm gonna kill myself and die with you. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that, squad. I knocked the nigga.
Rest of the way, gasping for air from tiny pockets along the suburbs. The other 3 barely made it out alive as well. One had to squeeze past the stuck diver by removing...
Knock the nigga. Knock the nigga.
And well-prepared divers can struggle to survive. On May 6, 2019, YouTuber Connor Kelly posted a video of him exploring an abandoned McCoy gold mine in the Nevada desert. However, what was supposed to be nothing more than a fun adventure with his family quickly turned into a disturbing experience, one that would likely stay with the group for the rest of their lives.
You got kids doing this shit with you?
The exploration of this mine started off quite normal, with the group staying silent to avoid causing an accidental cave-in, as seen by the text they put on screen. However, after about a minute and a half...
Yeah, they got me fucked up, bro. You know what's crazy? I'll go in this cave. But if it's like 100 of us, nigga, me, you, and the homie, I ain't going in this shit. I ain't going in this shit, bro. Let it be like a fucking cave, my nigga. So if we find what we looking for, what we supposed to do next?
I ain't going in that bitch just off the simple fact of the descent. Nigga, fuck you talking about. You ain't finna go down in that bitch and go from 50 to 10 and from 10 to 2 left in that bitch. Cause some creatures jumping out the shadows. Hell no. No. Call me what you want. You ain't call me stupid. Fuck you talking about. I might believe in movies a little bit sometimes, but
deeper into the mine,
it might be a good thing. There's some shit down there. Got some shit on it. You know, tell them what type of shit. Dog shit, armadillo shit, rat shit. Nigga. Descent, nigga. Watch it.
What they found reflecting back at them was a shoe, amongst many more, in a massive pile with random bones scattered throughout.
That's a bone right there.
What the fuck? This is a serial killer, right? In Nevada, my nigga? For years, bro. Some of them shoes is old, some is new as fuck.
That's that descent shit.
Yo, my nigga. My nigga. This is...
Some more kids, man. Them is white people shoes.
What the
Descent. No. Some a bunch of kids shoes, man. Them is white people tennis shoes.
Let me see. I know the police had to get up on this shit, bro. Because
they trying to say they Native American shoes.
investigate this shit. Might have been fake. Oh nah.
Some were models that were released over 30 years ago.
And then I just say that shit. It's a serial killer, bro. Some of them shoes look new and some of them look old as fuck. You see the Converse, you see the Adidas up in there, but then you see them Nikes up in there and they look like some fucking Air Max or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit threw into a pile like a fucking animal did it though. Like a smart ass animal, like a descent, like the descent for what the creatures. Nah, hell no, boy.
Whoever this nigga,
like a creature just ate their ass up and just threw that shit back in the pile like they, you know, just every time that bitch launched right back to the pile. Gee, nah, that's some different shit. That ain't no serial killer shit. I don't know.
whoever this nigga is, he dead. And I'm not playing. I think it's a serial killer, bro. Cause I promise you, we would have found him with all them shoes right there, bro.
I see bowling shoes.
80, 100 people.
I see some K-Swiss sprinkled through that bitch.
Serial killer squad in the Nevada desert. That's what I'm saying. Whoever he is, he dead. Because if they would have found it, we would have known. We would have known. This would have been the most prolific serial killer in U.S. history, right here. I'm not lying. Not even lying.
Oh, hell no.
Where the shoes come from? Where the fuck them shoes come from?
How could such a random assortment of shoes end up in an abandoned gold mine in the middle of nowhere? Things took an even darker turn when the group ventured further into the cave and found a bunch of bones, including a relatively intact spine.
The descent.
Look at this shit.
It was ripping spines out people, folks.
It is getting great.
This is a serial killer.
So we can't trust this.
This is a serial killer.
By this point, the group was growing increasingly unsettled by these disturbing discoveries, prompting them to leave the cave as quickly as possible. And that's where the original video ends, without any explanation or resolution. Connor didn't provide any more information in the video's description or in the comments. He posted 4 more videos after this, but none of these videos included any updates on the disturbing encounter either. Missing 411 videos, you know shoes are a major component of missing or abducted people. This sent chills down my spine. Which is true. A statistical analysis of the missing 411 data shows that over 15% of the cases involve absent shoes.
Big fucking man.
Put simply, the odds of this being a serial killer trophy cave are very low. But given the animal bones scattered throughout the area,
It's the descent trophy cave, nigga. That's some predator shit.
It offers no clues about the pile of shoes. One theory I haven't seen anyone else bring up is that the shoes might have ended up there because of
They eat everything but shoes. Tell you. Watch the movie.
flooding. You see, the McCoy mine where the video was filmed is located in Lander County. And from what I can find, that area is quite prone to flooding. So it's entirely possible that someone dumped their sneaker collection in the middle of nowhere to get rid of it, only for it to be carried in the abandoned water flow mark. Unfortunately, I doubt we'll have.
So that's what makes me believe that Connor didn't put it right there. You obviously see adult shoes. If he would have put it right there, he know they adult shoes. He kept on saying, man, these look like kid shoes. These look like kid shoes. So I don't think he put them right there, bro. I don't think he put them right there, squad.
Ever know what happened here for sure. It's been 6 years since the video was uploaded, and as I mentioned earlier, Connor has vanished. The duo is very of that year their expeditions. Put simply, they were pretty confident in their ability to navigate through this cave. But unlike their previous ventures, this time they were going to tackle one of the hardest sections, the aptly named Nervous Breakdown, referring to how cavers feel when going through it. Things started off just as expected, with the pair
Petty John's Cave. What the fuck is the Petty John's Cave?
Area of the Petty John's
Petty Goblin Cave.
What the fuck are they doing?
Shit, dumb shit. Not just dumb. It's dumb.
No!
But
My
unlike their
nigga,
previous venture,
this man, my kids will have me stressed the fuck out. Watching they goddamn YouTube videos. Look what these little niggas is
This time
doing,
they were
bro.
going to tackle one of the hardest sections. The
They going deep in the
named
cave.
nervous breakdown, referring to how cavers feel when going through it. Things started off just as expected.
And they twins, so
That rock is double stupid, but that rock look like it could have fell on his brother's head. That shit don't even look. This one right here, hell no.
Whoa, entrance room.
However, it didn't take long for the cave to begin closing back again, forcing the two to squeeze through tiny passageways. But that was only the beginning. After about 25 minutes of crawling through increasingly tighter spaces, they reached the first big obstacle, a muddy room with a narrow and steep hole in the middle. They had to carefully walk around this hole to progress. A single slip meant falling into the narrow hole and possibly getting injured. And given the lack of safe footing around the hole, it would have been near impossible for the other person to pull them out.
Somebody say y'all ever seen 127 hours? Hell yeah, nigga. I was just talking about it.
Nervous breakdown.
That's that shit I couldn't never do.
The area surrounding
Cool to watch. Happy it educated me on some shit that I never thought I'd ever do in my life any damn way. 'Cause I was right. Nigga, you could get caught in a tight ass spot, be shitty as hell. Shitty.
Making it very difficult to figure out the path ahead. After looking around for a bit, Edward eventually found the real entrance and was excited to go in.
Chez toi. I wanna be chez toi. Be shitty in every damn language, boy. Hell no.
What he didn't realize was that this was about to be one of the worst decisions he'd ever make. Because after descending for a few minutes, Edward called for his brother, only to be met with complete silence.
I found a rope.
Found the rope. Uh-oh. Bro.
I don't hear James anymore.
You don't want to try again, motherfucker? Shit, I don't hear James no more.
Nigga ain't say bro or nothing.
Fuck, that's your twin brother, nigga. Nigga, you don't hear me, nigga? Say something. Bro.
There you go.
Oh, fuck, sneaky little good looking out, squad. I don't hear James anymore.
Yo, hear me, nigga? Fuck you talking about? That's the real, yeah. He said, yo, hear me, nigga? Fuck you talking about? Yo, ass better quit playing. We in this dark ass cave together. Fuck, we came down together. We getting out this bitch together. If not, you better say something, cause I get the fuck home.
In an unknown section of the cave without any means of contacting his brother. At first, he tried to stay calm and continued his descent, hoping to find James before long. However, after staying separated for over 30 minutes, the realization set in. He knew panic was the fastest way to make a bad situation worse, but at this point, he couldn't help but feel a growing sense of unease.
It might got that twin telepathy shit going on. You probably ain't got to do too much. Let me see.
James! It's been like 30 minutes since the last saw him. I don't even know where I'm
call him
at.
after 30 minutes.
Tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same. It's just a jumbo maze.
See, I can't trust. They got the rocks. They bitches look like they just ready to pop out and bop you on your shit. What the fuck wrong with these people?
Bro, I would have thought this shit all the way through before I did some damn cave diving.
I know how corrosion and all that shit work. Erosion and all that, but them rocks, I ain't trusting the rocks. It just look random as hell. Random rocks.
With no luck, he decided to
That shit looks stupid.
Unfortunately,
Tremors.
he had underestimated the difficulty of the maze he was about to enter. Every direction looked the same, the narrow passages.
Nigga, that's the way out right there, ain't it?
My shit is fucking with me right there.
Y'all jump through a little ass hole, climb out the little ass hole.
Nah, it's oxygen down there because they said they found water, a water stream where there's water, there's oxygen, so they straight. But being lost and starving to death, it's what it start to set in for me. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact.
Claustrophobic in that bitch. I'm not going down though.
A couple days before you die, you only got 2 or 3 days of strength left though. Them last day and a half, 2 days, you're gonna be sitting there weak as fuck just waiting to die. So you got like 3 days to try to find your way out this bitch and your brother, bro. It will start setting in for me, my nigga. It'll start setting in for me. Like, all right, nigga, you I would have sat down for like 5 minutes, assess shit. How can I mark shit, bro? And I mean, just take it slow. Just take it slow.
Jagged walls made it impossible to tell where he had come from. To top it all off, his situation was getting worse with each step he took.
Look, somebody already did it. Look.
Possible to tell where he had come from. To top it all off, his situation was getting worse.
Somebody did it, but them niggas wasn't smart enough. You see it? They marked the walls.
That's some real Left 4 Dead shit. That shit real, huh?
Walls, bro.
Damn.
They knew exactly where the fuck they was at. They didn't do that. I would have did it.
Worse with each step he took. If he went the wrong way, he could easily wedge himself into a passage too tight to escape, or worse, plunge into a hidden drop-off. This is the true horror of caving. Even if he didn't injure himself, he could have just as...
Nah, so with them markers on the wall, it obviously shows other people been there, all right? Which tells me that they seen this, that's why they went. They seen other people there on the internet, that's why they went. They didn't randomly find this cave. They went there, they seen somebody else there, but they underestimated the shit. They underestimated the shit, bro. And now they lost.
Proper preparation prevents poor fucking performance.
Leaving him lifeless.
You better prepare for this stupid shit.
The footage of him excitedly dropping into the nervous breakdown entrance would have ended with the camera recording his descent into confusion, fear, and eventually silence. Fortunately, that wasn't the end of his story. After going in loops for a while, Edward spotted a single piece of tape he saw on his way down.
Oh. The tape. Yeah. Okay, this tape looks familiar. Oh, yeah.
Yo, brother,
this has got to be the way. I'm getting close. James! Still nothing.
This unexpected clue turned out to be exactly what he needed. It helped him regain his bearings and finally head in the right direction. Finally, he heard the best sound he could have heard in that moment.
James! Oh. You're over here? Oh.
That nigga James found his way.
This place is a maze, man. Oh, hey, I see your light. Dude.
Hey, I see your light. Nigga, I was panicking. I thought I was about to die in this bitch, bro. He trying to act all regular and shit. James knew where he was going. James didn't call for this nigga one time. I think James had a chalk on the low. You know what I'm saying? He did not care. This fool was up there.
We're never gonna see each other. Dude, I know. Oh.
The two stayed together for the rest of the expedition and made it out alive without any major injuries. They're still exploring caves on YouTube, but now with a lot more caution.
Hell no.
In January of 2014, a group of cave explorers decided to conquer the Lost John's Cave in Lancashire, England. It's a vast cave network that spans a length of nearly
The fuck? Am I tripping or do his face look like the background? My nigga. Only way you can tell it's a person is from the legs. The face. The face. The fuck? That shit tripping me the hell out.
3 miles or 4.8 kilometers. The known deepest section of this cave also goes down a staggering 690 feet or 211 meters. Most members of this group had been spelunking for years,
Nigga
and
said
like
look like
most
the
other
wrong
cave
turn.
explorers, were
That
quite
movie
confident
crazy
in
as
their
shit,
skills.
right?
They had also done their research and mapped out their route in advance. But the truth about caving is, when things go wrong, no amount of planning can save you. Even the most experienced and well-prepared explorers can find themselves.
You know, that's the wrong turn. Like one of the only scary movie franchise that actually scared me. Something about that shit.
Terrifying situations, which is exactly what happened to one of the members of this group, named Bob Johnson. The expedition was going quite smoothly in the beginning.
I seen all them bitches too.
They brought with them to continue
Oh,
safely.
except for that last one was stupid.
The cave called the Tube.
Or the one before the
It
last
was an
one.
unusually narrow section that required the cavers to crawl on their stomach. And to make matters worse, it was also partially submerged in water, making it difficult to both see and breathe. Despite these harsh conditions, the group decided to move ahead. The slimmest member of the group went first and successfully made it to the other side without much trouble. The next person, however, wasn't as fortunate. This was Bob Johnson, the man we mentioned earlier. His crawl through the tube wasn't off to a good start, as he was already having issues with the comparatively wider sections of the passage.
Just think about where she never came.
He then somehow managed to reach the tightest.
Help! No, seriously, help! The homie would have me crying. I ain't lying. I would like, nigga, hold on. What's wrong? I'm coming. I'm coming to save you, baby. That's exactly what I would have said, squad. The homie need help. The homie need help. It's too wide. It's too wide.
Wasn't off to a good start, as he was already having issues with the comparatively wider sections of the passage. He then somehow managed to reach the tightest part of this treacherous section, but that's where his luck ran out.
I would have been singing that shit the whole time. I'm saving the homie!
He was completely stuck from the waist down, and any attempt to free.
This nigga was gonna want to fight me after this shit, cause I just would have been, cause I would have seen that homie ain't hurt, he just stuck, and I would have been having me crying. Help! Help!
I'm too wide.
That nigga would have had me on the floor, bro. They'd be like, look.
Backside is too wide.
I'm to help you. I gotta stop laughing, so stop saying help, squad. Just look at this nigga.
He was completely stuck from the waist down, and any attempt to free himself only made the situation.
Seriously, I'm fucking stuck. You say, ah, nah, hold on.
Like this is extreme, and any attempt to free himself only made the situation worse.
Shit.
Now,
He making it worse.
A cave like this is extremely stressful in itself. The walls close in on you, and every movement feels like it's pushing you further into the tight space.
That's your
Panic
body,
sets
bro.
in as you realize just how little room you have to maneuver. And with each failed attempt to free yourself, the fear intensifies. But as if the confined space wasn't enough to make his heart race, Bob now
Nigga sound like Mr. Incredible and shit. Yeah,
the rapidly flowing water.
yeah, that hurt.
The homie was, he was in a pickle. The homie was in a pickle, squad. You had to get that.
These are like two, they between two thick ass thighs. Two birthmarks on them bitches. Burn marks. Shave marks.
Oh shit. Oh shit, man.
With water, however, is the situation shifts from bad to life-threatening. The feeling of water creeping up around you in an already claustrophobic space is a nightmare on its own. The real danger with water, however, is that you have mere minutes before drowning becomes a very real possibility. Bob knew this possibility all too well. He gave his all to free himself.
His head is out the water. He ain't finna drown. What the fuck?
That nigga look like this is that time. He looking like this could be it, bro. I'm not playing with y'all niggas. He looking like this could be it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Feeling of water creeping up around you in a non-claustrophobic space is a nightmare on its own. The real danger with water, however, is that you have mere minutes before drowning becomes a very real possibility. Bob knew this possibility all too well. He gave his all to free himself.
Where
The water was
is the possibility?
making it even more difficult to squeeze through. But when the situation
The whole chest is out the water.
members had an idea that ended up saving Bob's life. Instead of pushing forward, the members behind him tried pulling him back, and it worked.
Nigga, all you had to do was scoot down. Imagine that. This nigga crying to get out when all he had to do was scoot down. Nigga, you trying to get out when all this nigga had to... Man, look.
Backside too wide. Can't scooch.
This nigga get on my nerves, bro. Bro had me. This nigga get on my nerves, squad.
It worked.
Looking at us dead in the eye. Oh, I ain't know. Oh, I didn't know it was this easy. You goof. Then he talking about pull me.
Bob was finally free, though his troubles weren't over. He later revealed in a comment that him and the two members who pulled him back had crawled for another 3 hours to get out of the cave from a different exit. This incident also left him traumatized to the point where you can't even watch this video without becoming anxious.
Bro, you just soft. You was soft screaming for help. You was soft panicking right there, couldn't get out, and you soft saying you can't watch the video. Nothing happened in the video, nigga. If you watch the video, you'd be like, damn, I was dumb. Why not think of that? Just scooting down. How was this traumatizing? How was this traumatizing, nigga? You trying to get out of work. That's what you trying to do. This nigga don't like his job. Don't ask me how I know. This nigga trying to get out of work, bro. I'm telling y'all, nigga, squad. Ain't nothing wrong with this fool. Ain't nothing wrong with this fool. Grown ass man going cave diving and shit. Overly grown ass man going to... When you losing your hair, bro, you supposed to reserve your life. Stay at home, kick it, watch the football game, that boring ass Super Bowl that just passed. You know what I'm saying? We're there panicking. Bro, that's your fucking bet, my nigga. That nigga. He said, watch the video of his own embarrassment. That's exactly what it is. That nigga knew he was stupid. And it went viral. This shit got almost 7 million views. Damn.
From what I can find, he scaled back on caving and picked up a much safer hobby in cycling, and now appears to be doing this for
Yeah, that's your bet, bro. That's your fucking bet, my nigga. That nigga, that's a drastic change of a hobby, right? From caving to biking to cycling. That's a change like a motherfucker. You don't even want to do this. Unless you just doing something to stay outside, bro. You don't want to do this shit.
He said he switched his shit.
On the 7th of September 2024.
Here these niggas go again. Here these niggas go again. These the twin squad. I remember that YouTube channel.
The Action Adventure Twins YouTube channel posted a video exploring a mysterious cave someone found on their property. This is the same channel we talked about earlier, where the two brothers got separated and almost lost their lives in the maze-like cave. They've learned their lessons since and approached this one with far more caution. But with an entrance as life-threatening as this one, even the best precautions could have proven to not be enough.
Alright, so the guy dropped us off halfway up the hill, and he doesn't know anybody who's been down this thing, but we're at...
What's wrong with these little niggas? not going down that. You said Beavis and Butthead, right? Not going down that. The fuck?
At the cave, he says he threw a rope down it with a rock and it was 200 feet deep before it stopped. So we got this stick here. We're gonna see if our rope reaches. It's still. Oh, you were
Damn,
right.
you
It
hear
kept
that?
going.
That shit's
This
still
alone
going.
is enough to terrify most people, with one person stating, "This channel has given me a new
Nigga in the chat to me, I'm so high, I forgot to roll. Nigga, don't roll then. High.
fear about walking in the woods. The fact that you could just slip and fall down
Been too high.
is insane. Now
Been
that
too
I
high.
can't go anywhere, I wonder how many massive voids are right below my feet that I could fall into at any moment."
That comment just made me think about Oregon, cause I'm gonna be in the woods like a motherfucker out there, squad, and I ain't even think about no shit like that. Look at this drop. Look at this drop.
But we were
Listen,
at the cave.
listen.
He says he threw a rope down it with a rock and it was 200 feet deep before it stopped. So we got this stick here. We're gonna see if our rope reaches.
Not the first sound. Listen to the second sound, not the first one. Look. Listen to the next one.
It's still. Oh.
As soon as he say it's still, that's when you hear it. Look. As soon as he say still, look.
See if our rope reaches. It's still. Oh. You were right. It kept going.
This alone is enough to terrify most people, with one person stating, "This channel has given me a new fear about walking in the woods. The fact that you could just slip
Boy,
and
it's real shit in this world, boy.
into at any moment." But that didn't deter Edward and James. They quickly secured their rope to a nearby tree and
Real
began to
trapdoors in this world, boy.
These little motherfuckers, bro. I don't know what's wrong with these. They brave as shit. After almost getting lost in one cave, they want to go down
into the steep cave. What they found inside was nothing short of breathtaking. That
They was
cave
born for this
was
shit, I
a
guess.
vast chasm.
Oh, wow. Yeah. This is a big one, man.
It's a whole world.
However, before they could fully take in the beauty of the cavern, things took a dark turn. Just seconds into the cave, the two discovered what looked like human remains scattered throughout.
That's comforting. Human bones, huh? Look how big they are. Dude, look behind you.
Mind you, these not the first niggas I found where the shoes was at. These is the twin brothers.
Little shrine of them. There's like, oh, that's a cranium. Dude, is that a human? Nah, I don't know. It's awfully round.
Yeah, that looks human, man.
That doesn't necessarily make, I don't know. I'm not a bone expert.
From there, they continued exploring the cave as it kept getting bigger the further they went into it. They also discovered old caving equipment like ropes and harnesses already secured to the walls, a detail that only deepened the mystery surrounding the bones they had found earlier. If they did belong to a person, as the two suspected, it was possible they belonged to a previous explorer. This explorer likely had an accident and died in the cave without ever making it out. On their way in, they did find scattered bones right below the entrance. These were likely the remains of people who accidentally fell into the otherwise unassuming hole. However, the bones they found further inside were too far from the entrance to have belonged to someone who simply fell in. It's also possible that these remains belonged to the victim of a deranged killer. Someone who either had ended a person's life within the cave, or maybe threw the person into the hole and later dragged their body further into the cave. Some people, however, weren't convinced and accused the brothers of faking the whole thing, especially since the way Edward and James handled some of these remains felt a bit too casual. That said, while YouTubers faking these finds to get a viral video isn't uncommon, this one turned out to be true. The video received several comments from experts confirming that these remains were indeed real and human, with one such person writing, "My girlfriend and I are watching from Canada.
It's the same comment I was just reading. That's crazy. What the fuck?
Definitely a human femur and a human cranium. But this raised an even bigger question. When did the owner of these bones pass away? If they disappeared into the cave in the last few decades, this discovery could end up cracking an unsolved case. I ended up contacting the action-adventure twins to see what they had to say or if they had made any police reports afterwards. We ended up contacting the authorities about the bones. They were determined to be human and were apparently a Native American that either slipped and fell into the pit cave or was thrown in there after death and are 2,000 years old. While this did rule out the possibility that these bones belonged to someone more recent, the despair of whoever ended up in that cave alone 2,000 years ago is just as impossible to ignore. They likely fell into the cave, somehow survived the fall, and ended up starving to death while looking for a way out. On October 28, 2004, 50-year-old Australian airline pilot and scuba diver David John Shaw broke the world record for the deepest successful dive in history. He achieved this by reaching a depth of 270 meters.
Hold on real quick. Real quick.
In Bushman's Hole, one of the deepest freshwater caves in the world. The sole purpose of this dive was to break the record. However, when he reached the bottom, he found something that stopped him in his tracks. He found the body of Dion Dreyer, a 20-year-old scuba diver who died in that cave 10 years ago. Since humans start sinking after a certain depth, Dion's body never floated back to the surface. Given the extreme difficulty and danger of diving this deep, any plans to retrieve his body were also cancelled at the time of his death. However, a plaque in his name was installed near the diving point of Bushman's Hole, which is how Dave knew what he was looking at. After staring at the body in shock for a few seconds,
imagine that shit. I need to stop taking my brain places like that, bro. I swear to God. I do. Because it's like, fuck. Malcolm X, right? Just like I said, put yourself in their shoes. You go there, and it's a fucking mural that been right here for the last 20 years. Malcolm X died right here. We ain't been able to recover his body. Then you like, oh my God, this is where Malcolm X died at. You get in the water and you find a nigga. The fuck? Put yourself in this nigga's shoes. When he seen that day, he was like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
it stopped him in his tracks. He found the body of Dion Dreyer, a 20-year-old scuba diver who died in that cave 10 years ago. Since humans start sinking after a certain depth, Dion's body never floated back to the surface. Given the extreme difficulty and danger of diving this deep, any plans to retrieve his body were also cancelled at the time of his death. However, a plaque in his name was installed near the diving point of Bushman's Hole, which is how Dave knew what he was looking at. After staring at the body in shock for a few seconds, Dave immediately got closer and tried to retrieve Dion. Unfortunately, after a decade in the water, his tanks were firmly stuck in the mud. More importantly, Dave had already spent too much time at that depth. Staying any longer would have been fatal. So he decided to tie a line to Dion's body and return to the surface with the newfound information.
Wasn't very steep, and when I saw the body over to my left, I thought, oh, that's the end of going deep. So just tied my line to it, and by then I was, well, we won't discuss that. So I just flicked my line.
The news of Dion's body being discovered spread quickly, eventually culminating in Dave talking to his parents and promising to retrieve it. After a couple months of preparation, the next dive was scheduled for January 8th, 2005. Unfortunately, Dave's heroic attempt...
So it took y'all a couple months to get the right gear to get this thing up out the water, squad? I mean, damn, he been dead for a decade now. That's all right, understandable. But fuck, y'all know where my son is at now. Why it's taking y'all a few months to get this nigga up out the water, bro? Shout out to Dion. I'm not blaming him. I'm talking about the government, nigga. Now it's on them. They know where the body at. Now it's on them. What the fuck? Or did I hear that wrong?
That's that. So I just flicked my line.
The news of Dion's body being discovered spread quickly, eventually culminating in Dave talking to his parents and promising to retrieve it. After a couple months of preparation, the next dive was scheduled for January 8th, 2005. Unfortunately, Dave's heroic attempt to bring closure to Dion's parents ended in a catastrophe far worse than anyone could have imagined. Cave diving, aka underwater cave exploration, is far more dangerous than regular spelunking. The divers have to manage their oxygen levels at all times, avoid often sharp rock formations, and explore the cave
Dion did it by
system
herself.
in a
Y'all
far
can do
darker
it.
environment, because even the brightest flashlights aren't as effective underwater, all while making sure they don't get lost. Add in the immense pressure of 270 meters of water above, it becomes an almost insurmountable challenge, one that only a handful of people on the planet are capable of overcoming. So, everything needed to be perfect for Dave's operation to succeed. He worked with police divers, the defense force, and medics to ensure everything went smoothly, and they planned the dive second by second. According to the plan, Dave would use the line he tied earlier to reach Dion's body.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Why the fuck?
That's a
they
thin
let
ass
Dave
rope.
go back in there, nigga? Now the government is aware. Y'all get y'all best of the best to go down there. You just said only a handful of divers in this world can do it. Dave number 6, but he's not qualified in that handful, my nigga. You don't make him go back down there. He discovered some shit that y'all lacked on because they said they looked for Dion when it happened, but it was too deep. What? Damn, I thought the U.S. was fucked up. I thought the United States was fucked up. Damn. Y'all, you nigga.
Instead of holding on to Dion's body the entire time, Dave would pass it along to his longtime friend Don Shirley at 220 meters. Don would then hand it over to support divers located at various depths and keep checking.
They doing this shit like they in the car. Y'all, you niggas in California and Vegas know the halfway mark is Barstow. These motherfuckers on some meet me at Barstow and I'll take it the rest of the way. You meet me at Barstow, I'll take it to State Line, then we switch car to State Line, then we take it here, squad.
Again, the surface crew received an ominous message from the support divers, claiming that they hadn't seen any activity from Dave or Don. Shortly after, another message reached the surface. This one was from Don, stating that he's seeing Dave in the distance, and he's not moving.
You gotta be fucking kidding me! What the fuck? So Dave, why y'all niggas couldn't do the hard work? Dave had to go down to the surface to get the body. Then he passed the shit up halfway there while these niggas there like they probably ain't even got on no scuba gear. Shit. Nigga, they halfway there. They ain't even life ain't on the wrist. What? This shit crazy, bro. Dave need a bag. You just did the government work. Yeah, he discovered them, but after he discovered it, the government supposed to do that, my nigga. And he didn't. Dave need a bag. A fat ass
Checking
bag
on Dave
too.
for any issues. Sadly, this is not how it went. An hour and a half after the dive began, the surface crew received an ominous message from the support divers, claiming that they hadn't seen any activity from Dave or Don. Shortly after, another message reached the surface. This one was from Don, stating that he's seeing Dave in the distance, and he's not moving.
Dave died over this shit, squad. What the fuck?
Dave's not coming.
What the fuck? This really pissed. Dave died in the same place in the body he tried to save. That's why they didn't want to do it. If anybody gonna die, let's let it be Dave. And Dave agreed on the shit. And that's probably Dave just being a man because he shook the parents' head and said, I promise you I'm gonna bring y'all son back. not the U.S. That nigga barely made it. He barely made it. He was throwing up and all that type of shit. He said he seen Dave in the distance and Dave wasn't moving. But God damn. Oh, they finna say the country. Hold on.
Pulled out his body, they made a shocking discovery. Dion's body was attached to the recovery line as well. Following the recovery, investigators looked at the footage captured by the waterproof camera mounted on Dave's head. This is what they saw. Though I should mention, I couldn't find the raw footage from that camera. The only clip of it online is narrated by Don himself, Dave's best friend who we just talked about, who almost died trying to save his life. The footage shows Dave moving alongside the line to find Dion's body, and then trying to put it in the bag. Unfortunately, this is where the plan started falling apart. Dion's body was unexpectedly...
You're gonna say, here it is right here, but unfortunately I don't have the raw footage. What do you got the footage or not for?
Getting tangled in the line.
This line is just getting everywhere because this body is floating. It's not stuck. Everything's moving. Light gets caught on the line there. Move it out of the way. Still got a nice bright light.
All this effort caused him to neglect his gauges, resulting in Dave feeling the effects of nitrogen narcosis, which include poor judgment, trouble concentrating, and reduced muscle and nerve function. Put simply, he lost...
Simply, again, like I said, Dave so focused on bringing that man home, he shook the family, he shook their hand. That he forgot about himself, he forgot to check his gauges, bro, his temperature, his all that shit. And that killed him. And again, bro, the government should have been down there. Dave made the discovery. Now y'all handle it after that. Because I promise you, if that was some gold, my nigga, they wouldn't have told Dave to go down there and get it. They would have found that shit. They would have found the way. They would have found the way, bro.
Everything he needed to survive at that depth. He tried to cut the tangled line, but the lack of coordination made it near impossible. As he was struggling to stay conscious, the last thing he saw was the terrifying view of Dion's lifeless face mask staring back at him. Shortly after this, Dave passed away. The only silver lining was that the tangled line kept Dion's body close to Dave, allowing him to successfully complete his mission by recovering the body, only at the cost of his own life. Since 2017,
Hero,
a YouTuber named
David Hero Squad. Girls click link. What link, nigga? I'm out of here, man. I'm gone. Adios. Finito. Get at y'all niggas tomorrow. Appreciate the subs. Appreciate everybody sliding through. You know, usual. Yeah. Tomorrow, squad. 100. Hey. Well, never mind. I'll tell y'all niggas tomorrow, bro. All right.
Y'all know what's going on. This is decent. Decent. I'll be smooth though, man. Also, part of the EP, just it's out. It's here. The extra paper challenge also out as well. Hop on it, share it, and do what you gotta do. garden, these my trees blowing me. You can become a stat if you don't move exact. So I ease on down on them. Yellow bricks in my roller, I'm out of my mind roller. And if you don't understand me, part of my pigeon floor. Escapades, we making escapades for escapades. Escapades for escapades. We making escapades for escapades.